Welcome back to Binge Movie Breakdowns, where we make movies easy to binge. Today, we're recapping the psychological thriller The Quiet. Spoilers incoming. This movie unpacks the disturbing and complex relationships within a broken family. This intense film takes us through Dot's journey of silence and the dark secrets she uncovers. If you're a fan of gripping stories with twists and turns, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting breakdowns like this one. Let's jump right into the unsettling world of The Quiet. The story centers around Dot, a high school girl who is both deaf and mute. She feels isolated because of her disability, and after her father dies, she moves in with her godmother's family. Her godsister Nina is popular and not happy about having Dot around. Nina and her friends constantly make fun of Dot, making her feel more alone. At school, Dot prefers to be by herself, staying away from others. One day, after Nina and her friends tease her, Dot hides in a bathroom stall to escape. When she comes back home, Nina drags her inside, looking upset. Olivia, Nina's mother, asks Nina to be kinder to Dot, but Nina ignores her. She sees Dot as a burden and resents having her around. The tension grows as Nina continues to treat Dot poorly, making the living situation uncomfortable for everyone. It's clear that Nina doesn't want Dot there, adding to the feeling of isolation Dot already faces. Paul, Nina's father, comes home to find Olivia passed out. Olivia struggles with depression and drinking, so Paul takes care of her. He also suggests that Nina learn sign language to communicate with Dot, but Nina dismisses the idea. At school, Nina feels hurt and embarrassed when her friends mock her for being a virgin. Their teasing gets to her, even though she tries to hide how much it bothers her. She feels out of place and struggles to shake off their words. Meanwhile, Dot finds a moment of peace in the music room. Sitting at the piano, she lets her fingers move across the keys, playing a tune she remembers from before she lost her hearing. For her, it's a small escape from everything. Connor, one of the popular boys, happens to hear her playing. He's intrigued by her talent and watches from the doorway, curious about this quiet girl, but before he can say anything, his friend shows up, pulling him back into the crowd. Connor leaves without a word, and Dot, unaware of his presence, continues playing, lost in the comfort of her music. Later, Nina bullies Dot again, forcing her to wear lipstick and making her look silly. That night, Dot feels sad and misses her father. She goes outside to clear her mind, but sees something that shocks her. Nina is in bed with her father, Paul. Dot is horrified and doesn't know what to do. She runs back to her room, feeling confused and upset. The sight of her father and Nina together is something Dot never expected, and it leaves her feeling betrayed and lost. She is now even more isolated and unsure of what to think. The next day, Nina asks her parents if she can stay overnight at a friend's house. She hopes for a yes, but her father, Paul, quickly says no. His strict response frustrates Nina, and she looks to her mom, Olivia, for support. Olivia tries to encourage Paul to let Nina go, thinking it's not a big deal, but Paul doesn't budge. The disagreement causes tension between Paul and Olivia. Their different parenting styles clash, and the atmosphere grows uncomfortable. Nina watches quietly, annoyed by the situation, but unsure what to do. Later, during dinner, Nina tries to get Paul on her side in an unexpected way. Under the table, she attempts to seduce him, hoping it will change his mind. Instead, Paul becomes furious. Instead of addressing Nina, he directs his anger at Olivia. The two parents end up in a heated argument, leaving the family more divided. Dot, feeling uncomfortable around Paul, goes to the movies, but Paul offers to take her. At the theater, Nina acts like she feels bad for Dot, but still shows no real interest. Dot notices Nina pretending to understand what it's like to be deaf, but stops when Dot sees her. One night, Dot lies awake, troubled by the memory of seeing Nina with her father. She can't stop thinking about it. Later, she watches as Paul gently strokes Nina's hair, and he even admits that what he's doing is wrong. Dot feels sick to her stomach, but says nothing. The next day, something unexpected happens. While at school, Dot hears a piano string snap. Nina, who is nearby, notices that Dot reacts and realizes that she can hear. Nina seems surprised, but she quickly hides it. She acts like nothing happened and pretends to have no idea that Dot can hear. Dot is left feeling uneasy, caught between silence and the truth. The weight of everything she's seen and heard is becoming harder to ignore, but she doesn't know how to speak up. She continues to carry this secret with her, feeling more isolated than ever. The next day at school, Nina tries to get under Dot's skin. She brings up Dot's father, hoping to provoke her, but Dot doesn't react the way Nina expects. She stays calm, refusing to let Nina's words get to her. Frustrated by Dot's calmness, Nina takes things further. She casually mentions the idea of killing her stepfather, Paul, using a gun. Her tone is unsettling and the words hang in the air. Dot can't tell if Nina is joking or being serious, but the thought makes her nervous. Dot tries to brush it off, but deep inside she feels uneasy. Nina's words keep playing in her mind, and she wonders what's really going on with her classmate. Is Nina just angry and venting, or is there something darker behind her words? Dot decides to keep her guard up, unsure of what Nina might do next. Dot goes to the music room to clear her mind, hoping the music will help her escape her troubled thoughts. As she plays, she notices Connor watching her from a distance. He approaches and starts talking to her. For a moment, they share a connection, but soon Connor says something that makes Dot uncomfortable. He begins talking about his sexual fantasies, not realizing that Dot can actually hear him. She feels anxious, unsure of how to react. But her anxiety deepens when she spots an ambulance speeding toward her house. Panic rises in her chest and she rushes home, fearing the worst. When she arrives, she's relieved to find that everyone is safe. Still, the uneasy feeling lingers, and Dot can't shake the fear of what might happen next. She wonders if things will ever feel normal again, or if everything is about to spiral out of control. Later, Dot hears Paul in Nina's room, undressing her. Dot decides to intervene and makes noise, allowing Nina to escape. Nina is left crying in her bed, and Dot comforts her. The next day, Nina talks to Dot about killing Paul with an iron. She shows her how serious she is by burning a teddy bear. Dot stays quiet, pretending she didn't hear. Later, Nina and her friends cheer at a school game, and Connor, upset at his poor performance, sits with Dot. He talks more about his sexual experiences, and Dot, thinking she can't hear, shares her own thoughts. They end up having sex by the pool. At home, Olivia talks about Nina and Connor as a good couple, making Paul angry. He accuses Olivia of dressing Nina inappropriately, and they argue. Olivia tries to seduce Paul, but Connor loses interest in her. That night, Nina returns home and once again tries to seduce Paul. This time, she holds a hot iron, threatening to burn him. Just as she's about to do it, Nina tells Paul that she's pregnant. Paul, shocked and worried, agrees to give her money for an abortion. Nina's plan works and she gets what she wanted. Later, Nina confides in Dot, revealing that she wasn't pregnant at all. She had lied to get the money. Nina's real plan is to escape. She wants to leave for another state and start a new life as a stripper. Dot listens in silence, feeling more distant from Nina than ever. The lies and manipulation weigh heavy on her, but she keeps quiet, unsure of what to say or do next. The tension between them grows and Dot begins to wonder how much she can trust Nina, or anyone in this house. The school dance arrives and Nina lends Dot a dress. While getting ready, Nina admits that she lied about the pregnancy. When Paul finds tampons in Nina's bag and realizes she lied, he confronts her, slapping her and trying to force himself on her. Olivia hears the screams but does nothing to stop it. Dot, hearing the commotion, grabs a piano wire and heads to Paul's room. As he's distracted, she strangles him with the wire, shouting at him to leave Nina alone. Paul dies, and Nina is in shock. She blames Dot for killing her father, but Olivia is more shocked by the fact that Dot can speak than the fact that Paul is dead. As Michelle arrives to take Nina to the dance, Dot and Nina quickly change clothes and hide their bloody outfits. At the dance, Dot dances with Connor, but she's distracted by the hidden clothes. She sneaks away to a bathroom stall while Olivia stares at Paul's body, regretting not protecting Nina from him. Connor finds Dot outside the dance and he realizes that she can hear him. He calls her a psycho for betraying him, and Dot tries to apologize, but he pushes her away. And that's how The Quiet ends. Dot and Nina, after everything they've been through, bury the bloody clothes by a creek, a quiet but powerful moment between the two. Nina then asks Dot why she pretended to be deaf, and Dot reveals that she just wanted to be like her father. It's a heartbreaking answer that shows how deep their pain runs. When they get home, they find the house surrounded by police. Olivia is arrested for Paul's death, and in a shocking moment, she admits that she killed him. But her apology isn't just about taking his life. She's sorry for not protecting Nina from him all those years. Do you think that apology was enough for Nina? The final scene shows the two girls watching as Olivia is taken away in a police car. For a moment, there's silence, maybe even some closure for both of them. Do you think they'll ever truly heal from everything that's happened? Thanks for watching this breakdown. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more movie recaps like this. Until next time.